What's up everyone, Drunken Phoenix here, welcome back. So today I'm going to react to people who are making pretty poor financial decisions and are living above their means. So let's go ahead and get started.
I'm maybe 24 years old and $28,000 in debt, but I work 2 full-time jobs pretty much, financially independent, live alone, pay everything on my own. So I'm going to get myself a sweet treat. I'm going to get myself whatever I want. I'm never telling myself no. They say don't buy it unless you can afford it twice. I couldn't even afford it once, bitch. Still got it though. What's it to ya? If I die tomorrow, that ain't my debt. I ain't worried about it.
Okay, so I could sympathize with the young lady in the video. She seems to be pretty independent. She works 2 jobs and, she wants to treat herself every now and then. And although I don't think there's nothing wrong with treating yourself, if you can't afford something twice, let alone once, you probably shouldn't get it. I mean, especially the thing that she has like, it looked like some kind of acai bowl. And I would recommend, just making your own, because a lot of those places, a lot of those smoothie type places, they charge an arm and a leg. Like that bowl could have easily have been $10. Probably not. Well, actually, it's 2026 now. It could have been $12, $13 at this point. So I would never advocate for someone just, buying treats that they cannot afford. Once in a while it's fine, but that's, if you're already struggling, that's not good. Maybe consider getting a roommate. I don't know.
So when I posted my video about buying a new truck after doing a bankruptcy, some people are saying this and saying that. No, check it out. You could do a bankruptcy, and the same month that you go to court and get it discharged and they send you the paperwork saying it's discharged, you go into a dealership like over here at Gresham Dodge and they'll put you in a vehicle, a brand new vehicle. I originally came in here after my bankruptcy and they got me a $60,000 loan on a pickup truck right after my bankruptcy. So if you want any of these new Jeeps, or you want some of the new Rams that are over there, or that one right there, and you got to do a bankruptcy, do your bankruptcy. It's $1,400. You come in here the same month you get your discharge paperwork, finance a brand new vehicle, and drive off the lot and start building your credit.
Okay, I have to say, out of all the videos that I have done, and I've done several, I think this is the dumbest financial decision that I've ever seen anybody make. You declared bankruptcy. You're already, your credit is already pretty piss poor at this point, and you decide to buy a $60,000 vehicle right after? Like, okay, I can see if someone wants to build their credit, they want to have something, but why get a $60,000 car? Why not get a used car? And I can't even imagine, the level, the amount of interest that he'll be paying on that loan. That just does not make sense. I mean, I get it, YOLO, you only live once. I guess he really wanted that pickup truck, but that just makes absolutely no sense. He's probably going to end up declaring bankruptcy again, because I just $60,000 for a car, and this person clearly is not, super rich. That is insane to me. But I mean, I hope I hope it's worth it.
People say you have to wait. You don't gotta wait. Trust me. And everybody will throw your credit card offers to build your credit, but listen, make sure that you have an income that helps out, because if you don't have a stable income, it might be harder to get you financed. But like I'm saying, bankruptcy is not the end of the world. It happens in life. Come see Gresham Dodge if you want to get into a brand new vehicle after doing a bankruptcy. They'll set you up.
See, my thing is, if I just filed for bankruptcy, the last thing on my mind is trying to get a new vehicle. Like, I don't get this mentality. Can someone please explain, do you guys know anybody that's like this? Or if there's anybody that's like this that's watching my video, please explain the rationale why someone would feel this is a good idea. Like, if I declared bankruptcy, I'm going to be depressed for a few days. I'm not,
Look, I don't mean to tell you how to spend your money, but I feel like somebody needs to speak up about this. So, Patriots rookie Braden Swinson, the first thing he bought after being drafted was a Lamborghini. You can see by this graphic that his NFL salary is less than $700,000 after taxes.
See, I am convinced that the car industry is a big contributing factor to why so many people are pretty poor. And when I say poor, I don't necessarily mean like in poverty, but just why so many people are not financially free or they're living paycheck to paycheck. Because people spend so much money on cars. And of course, this is obviously a extreme case. Most people are not getting, a $250,000 car, but a lot of people, when you look at the proportionality of it to his income, this is pretty on par with what a lot of people pay for cars. Like dude, last video, who knows how much he's making, declared bankruptcy, but buy a $60,000 car. It's crazy to me.
The Lambo costed 250 grand. How many athletes, professional athletes, have we seen go broke because of stupid shit? Spending a third of your yearly salary on a car is crazy. But here's the part that's really concerning me. He's a 5th round pick. What are you doing, dude? 5th round picks usually, quite often, like 80% of the time, do not pan out. I mean, maybe you're the guy. I don't know. Maybe you do pan out, but all I'm gonna say is, that's so risky, dude. Shit, man, I wish I had this much confidence in myself, I'll tell you what.
Okay, yeah, that's very crazy. I have no idea why that football player would do that. And this is the reason why a lot of football players do end up, going broke or being, not doing so well after they retire, because they make decisions like that. Buying an expensive car or buying the nicest houses that you can't afford. Buying just a lot of things that really, don't add any value. And I'm also thinking, imagine the maintenance costs on that Lamborghini. I don't understand it.
I'm really curious how people are rationalizing living above their means when they know they can't afford it. For example, I know many people who have student debt, credit card debt, whatever it is. They have a job. But like, for example, I know someone who just bought a Range Rover and they're in probably $100,000.
I told you, it's those cars. There's a reason why the United States, why we do not have, good public transportation. And I've heard several reasons. I heard several explanations, but I think a big one is the car industry. I heard that there's a lot of car companies or car lobbyists that, donate to a lot of politicians to ensure that we don't have good public transportation, because these car companies are making a killing off of Americans. They really are. Like that, bro. Once I finish paying off my current car, I'm not getting a new car anytime soon. I'm going to keep that car as long as I can, because it is insane. And I'm someone that has good credit. I have a good deal. My interest rate is only 5% on my car loan. But even with that, I'm just like, damn, when is this going to be over?
Student loans. How are you? I have anxiety for you. How do you do that? How are you justifying that? Why do people live above their means?
I think there's a few reasons why people do this. First and foremost, people want to impress other people. That's just in our nature. People want to, look cool. I think there's also the aspect of people are they're not super educated. A lot of people don't realize that they don't really take into account how fast a lot of cars depreciate, and they don't do their research. They may not look at used cars and see that you can get a really nice looking used car for a way cheaper price. Yes, it may be a little bit older to have more miles on it, but it can still get you from point A to point B and still looks pretty good. And I think another aspect is a lot of people, they have this mindset, which I can somewhat empathize with to a certain degree, where, life is for living, nothing is guaranteed. Tomorrow's not promised for any of us. So let's treat ourselves now, which, that's a philosophy I live by to a certain degree, but at the same time, not to the expense of ruining my finances.
List aesthetics for $1,000.
So
What the f*** are you doing?
that is actually my deposit for my.
So it's already happening.
So technically, like, if you take that portion off, it's only $8,500 because that's already been paid.
Again, they don't seem that bad.
I mean, like, I could show you. Like, do you want to see them?
I could do it. Do you consent?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'll look at a picture. I'll look at a
Okay.
picture, but not here in the studio. We don't want them out in the studio.
Okay. Deal.
I legit would not do it. Don't do it.
Why? I just want them to.
Because it's very expensive and they're very nice.
I just want them to. I feel like, I don't know.
It's a feeling thing?
So I would say that a person with low self-esteem, or I would say an insecure person rather, is a big money maker, because it's not just about plastic surgery, but just all the kinds of, you know, products people buy to look better, such as, you know, makeup, skincare. You know, a lot of people would spend a lot of money on that. I am someone that spent a lot of money on a lot of good skincare products and stuff. Because you just, you know, you want to look nice, you want to look, you know, good for as long as you can. And, you know, for some people that want cosmetic surgery, they may want to, you know, kind of enhance their look. So I get it and I can empathize with it, but that you have at some point, and I'm not trying to be anyone's therapist, at some point you do have to be happy with who you are to a degree. There's nothing wrong with cosmetic surgery, but, you know, if it's kind of out of your budget, if you're $80,000 in debt, you might not want to, you know, get it right then and there, because at the end of the day, what people fail to realize is once they get these procedures like boob jobs, nose jobs, yes, you may get a more improved look, but it's not going to magically make you feel complete. You have to have a level of security within yourself.
I want them to feel nice.
No,
when
but
I
you just
grab
strictly
them.
can't afford this, and that's not a medical necessity. You didn't have cancer, correct?
No.
Okay, like, and that's like, this is purely cosmetic.
Yeah.
And I want you to be able to do more cosmetic things in the future if you want to. But right now, we're literally worried about keeping your job and keeping a roof over your head. And yeah, that was a funny idea. All that stuff. Yeah. Okay, great.
So I'm going to go ahead and end it there. Let me know what you all think. Thanks for watching. Make sure that you subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.